Hey guys, it's Captain Forrest here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over both these combatants to see who would win more often than not in an equal stats situation: Ultimate Spider-Man versus Robin from Teen Titans. Before I start this video, please make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below, and of course if you guys enjoy my content, please subscribe for further content. And also, shouts to the Coffee Shop Gang, they all make awesome content, their links will be in the description. Also, shouts to HQ Squad, they are a massive help in my videos, they're the biggest driving force behind my videos, so huge shout outs to them. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Robin, see what he brings to the table. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about Robin's gadgets. So Robin comes equipped with flashbang discs, which the explosive light blinds and disorientates his opponent. Robin carries ice discs, which freezes the target in place upon contact. The ice discs are cold enough to freeze fire. Robin also carries explosive discs. He also carries a sticky disc, which covers the person with a sticky adhesive to incapacitate them. Robin also carries an electric disc to shock his opponent. Robin carries fire extinguisher discs. And lastly, Robin carries explosive magnetic discs, which magnetically stick onto you, and carries a few of them to deal with a group of enemies. Robin's discs can stick to surfaces, and also he can also set a timer on them so they detonate at a certain time. Robin also carries smoke grenades with him. He can use them tactically to gain the advantage in combat, and also carries sticky bombs too. Robin is also equipped with a shockwave grenade, which creates a giant AoE and blasts a giant wave of energy to blast back his opponents. Robin is also equipped with an EMP, reminiscent to Batman. Robin also carries around his own version of batarangs called the birdarangs. It's been shown that Robin carries at least 6 of them, and possibly more. Robin can also throw his birdarangs in order to cut through objects, and he can throw them in a way so they return back to him. He can also throw his birdarangs, and he's used this to disarm his opponents. He can also use it for physical melee confrontations, so he can slice his opponents in half. There is also a unique feature to Robin's birdarangs, as it's been demonstrated by Robin that he can combine his birdarangs together and turn them into a sword. Robin is equipped with a birdarang hookshot, which contains a rope which Robin uses against plasmas to restrain him, and he can also use it to latch onto walls. It's shown that he's able to carry 2 hookshots at a time. Robin also comes equipped with a net and a bolas for takedowns. Robin carries his trusty combat staff. If one end of his staff breaks or becomes compromised, Robin can extend the other side of his staff and use that for combat. He also carries 2 staffs as a backup or to dual wield. Robin uses his staff to hold off his enemies, such as restraining Cinderblock and using his staff as a gag to keep Beast Boy from biting him. Robin can also use his staff as a projectile to throw at his opponents and have the staff return back to him. He can also intercept and deflect projectiles with his staff. Robin's cape is pretty interesting. The cape is made of a highly dense titanium, which is 10 times stronger than steel. Robin's cape is also resistant to fire, and he can also use his cape to deflect attacks. Robin is equipped with jet boots and a cape glider along with his motorcycle. So that's going to round up all of Robin's basic arsenal. I'm going to go ahead and move on to skill and resistances. Robin notes that playing video games helps him and his teammates with their combat training, reflexes, eye-hand coordination, and teamwork efficiency. Robin improves his skill by training with True Master. He goes on to get a really nice skill amp as he's taught animal combat techniques. Robin also defeats Shaolin monks in hand-to-hand combat who are using Shaolin Kung Fu. Robin is able to take on multiple ninjas and clear them away with his staff. Robin is also skilled enough to parry attacks and disarm some goons by kicking the weapons out of their hands. Robin has also demonstrated amazing accuracy feats, such as accurately throwing a birdarang and disarming a Slade robot. In fact, at carnival events, they won't let Robin play any game of sock and rock because his throwing accuracy is built too different. Robin can hit an accurate bullseye from 100 feet away, so his accuracy feats are just really insane. He's also demonstrated this really sick trick shot where he was able to throw an ice disc and a batarang in such a way that the birdarang tags the ice disc and detonates in his opponent's face, which freezes them in place, and it makes them panic too. Robin's accuracy is really good. He's also demonstrated to throw 6 birdarangs at all sprinklers, Robin purposely throws his explosive discs near his opponents to create a smokescreen in order to get in close, and he's able to close the distance this way, especially against ranged opponents. He's also demonstrated weapon improvisation and will turn any object he sees around him into a weapon. Robin has demonstrated great proficiency with his Birdarang sword and staff. Slade himself has complemented Robin's skill and even views Robin as a perfect apprentice. Robin can mix it up and bamboozle his foes by throwing different discs, such as a basic disc mixed with a flashbang, all at the same time, to overwhelm the opponent. Robin is able to get around Private Hive's shield and use it to his advantage to wrestle and restrain him while he was sick and had chickenpox. And also, Robin is very acrobatic. It's noted that Robin and his family are one of the best acrobats. He has demonstrated a lot of acrobatic showings to evade and dodge attacks. Robin also has enhanced senses. He's able to beat up a bunch of robotic monks. Robin can use his other senses if his eyesight is compromised. And Robin is a great team leader and has demonstrated great leadership skills and tactics. Now lastly, for resistances, Robin was able to resist Mad Mod's hypnosis. Robin uses great willpower to push through the pain he was taking from having cellular probes attack his body from the insides. Okay, so that's going to round up Robin. I'm going to go ahead and move on to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Ultimate Peter Parker. Spider-Man has his signature spider sense, which warns him of any incoming danger before it occurs, which allows him to respond steps ahead before the threat. He also has his spider webs, where he can use them to web sling and incapacitate his foes to subdue them. Spider-Man can create after images. Spider-Man can stick and crawl up walls. Spider-Man has also demonstrated his quick, swift, and acrobatic skills in combat. Okay, so that's going to round up both combatants, so I'm going to go ahead and give my analysis and my 2 cents on who I think wins more often than not in an equal stats situation. So, advantages for both sides. So Spider-Man has his webs, he has his precognition, he has his acrobatic and agility on his side. He could use that in this fight to get around and try to get close to Robin. Now Robin of course has versatility. He has the advantage with a lot of his gear, especially a lot of his discs, like the ice discs, flashbangs, explosive discs, many types of other exotic weaponry in his arsenal that could definitely take out Spider-Man if he's not careful. Now in terms of skill, yes, I would say Robin is more skilled, just has better skill feats and would use skill more in character, and I don't really see Spider-Man using skill, and I don't think Spider-Man has really any great skill, any great skill comparable to Robin of course. So if it came down to like an actual like fisticuffs, I do see Robin taking victory through skill. However, now looking at things overall, standard battle assumptions, of course 20 meters, Robin will start using his gear from a distance, but I think the advantage that Spider-Man has is his spider sense. He'd be able to precog pretty much all of Robin's like arsenal and all of his gear that is thrown at him. Spider-Man would just dodge a lot of them. He'd just bob and weave and get closer to Robin, and he'd be able to predict what Robin does. In fact, Spider-Man could utilize his own webs, so he could like use his webs, grab onto those discs and like launch them back at Robin. But of course it does depend on which disc he throws at him. But of course Peter Parker, his spider sense will pretty much tell him how the scenario goes anyway, so if need be, he could just avoid them at all costs, which shouldn't be a problem thanks to the precognition. If Spider-Man gets in close, again, I think the major driving force here is the precognition. Robin's gonna have a tough time trying to lay a finger on Spider-Man, purely because Spider-Man can literally just read him like a book, and there's nothing Robin can do to physically tag him, since Spider-Man will be steps ahead, of course. And I think with the precognition entwined with Spider-Man's raw physical AP, I have to lean more so with Spider-Man. I think Ultimate Spider-Man would take victory, especially if he webs up Robin, especially if he incapacitates him at the same time. That could be a huge issue. I think Robin's going to have a tough time dealing with the precognition. He just won't be able to get a hit in. He just, every time he attempts to do something, it's just going to be counteracted and thwarted. So more often than not, I think Spider-Man takes victory, with some difficulty. I definitely think Spider-Man has to put in work, but I do lean more so with Ultimate Spider-Man. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment down below, and of course, subscribe for further content. But yeah, it's been real. See you guys in the next one. Peace.